Hey guys, welcome back to the portfolio here. Just going to do a quick video on how my stocks did today, as well as go over my progression toward $10,000. Luckily, I was keeping a track ever since I started on every date that I hit a certain $1,000 mark milestone. So I'll show that to you guys in a little bit. But be sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out a growing channel like this. And so as you can see today, I was down about 1%, down $91, but of course the stock market just fluctuates a lot. As you can see, still I've been doing pretty bad here in the last month. A lot of these Chinese trade war talks and tariff wars have really hurt me. A lot of my companies do business with China. Apple is about 10% of my portfolio, and that has gotten hit hard. Here we have my little chart I made of when I hit certain milestones. So I first started in February of 2018. I hit the 1K mark in about March. Then I was just really excited. I got hooked on the market, just kept depositing money every time I got paid. And you can see those first couple months, I was really adding money really quickly. From 4 to 5K, it only took me 2 weeks to hit that mark. So I was definitely really enthusiastic about it. And then the market started to tank a little bit towards the end of July as we ended summer. And then rather than continue to put money into the markets, I decided that I wanted to pay off some of my student loans a bit quicker. So that's what I started devoting more of my money toward. So then as we got into the new year, that's when I started my YouTube channel, and I've been more motivated to add money to the portfolio then, because it's of course better to give you guys updates on what I'm doing. So now I'm almost done paying off my student loans and my portfolio continues to grow. So let's get into the actual portfolio and see how I'm doing here. So AbbVie has remained pretty stagnant around the 80 to high 70s. Starbucks looks like it's taking a little bit of a tumble here, down 3% almost. I don't know if there's any super news on why this is down. I'll have to look into that, but pretty rare to see this stock go down, so may add some more shares to that. JP Morgan looks like it had a solid past week, 1% up on that position. FedEx, this is one of those stocks that just continues to go down. Still down here, 15% in the last month. Last year has really been tanking, and that's about when I bought it. You can see I'm down $66, 28%. Definitely not a good performer right there. Then we have Otter Tail's, very solid utilities company, energy company. I'm up almost 22% on this. Wish I owned more shares of it. Boeing, this is another stock that has really hurt my portfolio. Of course, this has been super volatile, so I was up huge on this position up until about the start of March, and then it just continued to tumble down. So this has not only been on a lot of my stocks just seem to be on the news, and it's not necessarily always for the good reasons. We always talk about those. We always see those news articles about the planes that go down. How can we never see those articles about the planes that successfully meet their destinations every day? I guess that's nothing to talk about. But Pepsi also been doing pretty good here with this stock. 3 shares of that. 3M, again, another stock that has just continued to get hit very hard. Not only is the company just overall not been performing well, it's also getting hit with these trade war talks. So a lot of people have been saying that this is now at a reasonable price to buy it. And then, of course, here you have news articles like this that fearmonger that it's going to continue to drop. So I don't know. I was surprised that it went down even to this low. I bought another share at 175. Looks like it's going to continue to drop here. But the starting yield on this stock continues to rise. I think you can get it at about 3.6% now, which is insane for a world-class blue chip company like 3M. United Health. Now, this is why it's important to not panic sell. If you can see in this, at one point I was down really big on this position in April. It was $2.16 a share, and I was down almost $100. And now look, it's recovered back to 246, and I'm only down $5. And if you factor in dividends, I don't think I'm even down on this position anymore. So it's done very well in the last month, up 10%. So that's why you got to buy good companies and don't panic when the markets will be volatile and then some bad news gets out, but it's usually short-term friction. So I'm glad I held on to UNH. Will continue to do so for the long run. Southern continues to rock and roll for a utilities company, doing very well. Verizon looks like this is back up the past month, up 1.5%. Microsoft has been doing well, like always, up pretty big on this position, $150, 25%. Should add more shares because I want it to be a bigger part of my portfolio. Medical Properties Trust, good real estate REIT here. Iron Mountain, this stock continues to go down, but I only own one share, and I will be selling out of this position as soon as I reach back to breaking even. Actually, might be even with all the dividends I've been getting paid the past year, but we'll just hold on to it for the long run until that happens. ExxonMobil, always very volatile due to the price of oil. MasterCard continues to be a rocket ship. Do want to add to this position, but it's getting quite pricey here. I thought it was overpriced at when I bought it at 221, and now it's already back up to 253. So I will be keeping an eye on for this stock to drop. Then my railroad company, CSX and United Pacific, continue to do well here. Store, another REIT that Warren Buffett owns, pretty stagnant, as well as O. Looks like O has dropped a little bit in the last 3 months, down $1.62 and 2.3%. Its starting yield is not very attractive anymore. On here it says it's 4.19, but I think it's really even closer to like 3.7 for a REIT. That's not that great. Visa, 163, continues to do well here. Facebook, looks like this stock has tumbled after it reached that high that it hit recently, but hasn't been too hard. 195 on May 3rd, now back to 183. Apple, I'm surprised that this stock continued to do poorly even after its great earnings report less than a month ago. On May 3rd, it was 211, and then it dropped dramatically. And I don't know what's going on with Apple, but I will continue to hold. And then two of my newer shares, Equinix, I made a video on how I think this is a great stock, has performed very well. I will make sure to link that at the end of this video. Check it out if you don't know what this stock does. And then, of course, my newest acquisition was one share of Disney. We'll definitely be adding in more shares over time. I am really bullish on this stock in the future. As you can see here, owns so many little smaller companies or subsidiaries, and Disney is a lot bigger than you think. And it has just had some crazy growth in the last 5 years and pays out dividends twice a year. So those will be the stocks I'll be going over today. Again, 10,000 strong. Hope to make it 20 here soon. And keep watching and be sure to subscribe.